Scanning for audio.
Hello, and welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time we'll be talking about the Ninth Doctor episode. It's the Ninth Doctor stories, The Pioneers. It's 3 stories, all together. So, the Pioneer box set, as always, comes as a lovely set of 3. You've got The Green Gift, Roy Gill. The Northern Lights, that's by Robert Valentine. And The Beautiful Game by Catherine Armitage. All 3 very good names that we keep coming across time and time again as particularly good examples of writers. Writing, people who can write, whatever you want to do. Anyway, the Doctor meets many remarkable people on his travels, those at the forefront of innovation and exploration, not exploitation. From a deep space colony ship seeking a safe haven, to the Arctic frozen wastes and the foundation of ideas which will touch the lives of millions. The Doctor is there to lend a hand to the human race's greatest pioneers. Now, it's 3 stories. The first one is The Green Gift. Let me just read the synopsis to you first, because then we'll have a chat. Seeking a new home for Callan and Doyle, the Doctor lands on a vast spacecraft, the Greenwood. The ship is nearing the end of its voyage, its long journey, but what's the price of this voyage? Who's really in charge, and what are the legacies from old Earth might be travelling with them? There are definite echoes of at least 2 old school Doctor Who stories. But that whole spaceship, that generational ship travelling through space, it's got echoes of also of, that thing with Liz 10 in it. But the important bit for this story is you've got your recurring characters, the guy who's visually impaired and his talking dog from the last box set, which was just brilliant. I mean, blind characters in Big Finish were 20 years into their run, and they're just doing it kind of now? Brilliant. The talking dogs are fantastic. There are echoes, not even echoes. It's a continuation of an original story. I don't want to say more than that. I'm not a spoilery person. What I am saying is, if you like certain other green stories from the original run, this one will appeal to you. Now, Louise Jameson also plays a part in this one. She's not playing Leela, she's playing the head of the colony ship, who's linked to an overriding AI. And it's just beautifully constructed, but so well performed. I loved it. I genuinely loved it. This is a very, very strong box set, but all of the Ninth Doctor stuff has been. And let's face it, the Ninth Doctor kind of belongs on audio now. There's more audio in Ninth Doctor than there ever was on TV, and you haven't got Rose. I'm sure at some point there might be a Rose box set with the Ninth Doctor, but as you are buying the Rose box sets anyway, and the Ninth Doctor box sets, that's twice as many sales, so why would they bother? Unless it was an event, because let's face it, Big Finish likes its events. Story 2, The Northern Lights. The Doctor crashes on Earth to find himself in the Arctic, but not quite alone. The Aurora Borealis are even more unearthly than usual. Intrepid explorer, Mr. Nansen, I can't say Fjord, is trying to get home as alien forces close in. The Doctor knows Nansen and his party play a part in history. Can he save the future? It's beautiful, and let's face it, the celebrity historical is definitely part of the Ninth Doctor's time, and that's what this is. You learn more, you're introduced to a whole set of people that you've never come across, and it's presented to you beautifully. The atmosphere is great, the performances are off the scale, and yes, the alien threat is a little bit, it's not the most threaty of threats. But the actual setup, the performances, the characterization, it's practically Lovecraftian. It's very, very nice. Which brings us to story number 3. Again, as always, I'm avoiding spoilers. This is the one I was worried about. This is the reason I didn't actually listen to this box set immediately, because it's about football. Now, I loathe football with every ounce of my entire being. And yet, lately, I've actually watched every episode of Ted Lasso and understood the bits that involve football. I don't understand it, I don't get it, I don't get the passion, but I do know that people's passion for football is exactly the same as my passion for Doctor Who. There are people who have passion for both. And if you've got enough room in your heart for both, good for you. I haven't. The Beautiful Game. The Doctor decides to treat himself and attend an historic meeting which founds the Football League. But he arrives a week early. Instead, he must enlist the help of a hotel maid to battle an obsessive alien before it consumes everything that will ever be connected to the Beautiful Game. I get the alien concept that's in this. I genuinely do. I get what it's for. I get the whole maths behind it and everything, and the way that its motivation works and all of that. It's still not the greatest of alien threats. But I do get it. I understand it. And that's what's kind of most important. It's about football, but it's not about football. It's about obsession. It's about love. It's about feeling something. And it feels like all of the other parts of this box set, like there's an episode of the Ninth Doctor's stories on in another room and you just happen to not be available to watch it. It's great. It's so much better than I thought it was going to be. And that's just down to the writing and the acting. Yes, the aliens in this are a little bit, like I said, lackluster, but you will never get the Daleks, you will never get the Cybermen in these box sets, because that is the TV stories and they happen way after these box sets. My love of the Ninth Doctor has grown exponentially through Big Finish, because in my head he was always a Time Lord and he was a Time working class bloke in this. And I've grown over the last 20 years, or at least I'd like to think so. And I've grown to meet the point where this Ninth Doctor was, which is great. Here's the trailer. Decide for yourself. And until next time, be seeing you.
I'm the Doctor. This is Callan Lennox. How can we help?
Doctor Who, the Ninth Doctor Adventures, Pioneers.
Have you noticed the sky's all wrong?
We have travelled to the edge of known space. We are now returning.
The gift won't be given in our lifetime. We all accept that.
Danger, Callan! Danger!
And what gift would that be, exactly?
Everything around you. All the treasures from old Earth. We carried them to the stars and kept them safe. The grubs roam free most of the time.
He's got teeth like a fox! Yeah, stinks of mould and hunger.
Oh, come on. Give me some good news. Collision course? What? What are you doing in Fridtjof Nansen Land? What? Fridtjof Nansen Land. The place Nansen and Hjalmar Johansson spent the winter on their way back from trying to reach the North Pole, hence the name.
What are you talking about? I'm Fridtjof Nansen.
Oh, it's gonna get in here, isn't it?
Chin up. The night is darkest before the dawn.
Yeah, but how dark are we talking?
I'm telling you, you're wasting your time with those things.
Maybe we are, but you don't know that for a fact. Indeed, it seems to me you know little more than we do.
This is Manchester, 1888, the Royal Hotel.
Yes.
So now I just need to know which room. The records were a bit vague on that score. Score!
Do you need some brandy and a lie down, sir?
It means the meeting of the football men.
What was that thing?
That was a strike.
What's a strike?
Creature from another world.
America.
Hold still a moment.
I am the totality.
Totally. And I'm the Doctor.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @Tin Dog Podcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.